But but yeah, man. So that historic March on Washington, man. It's weird, man, to know that it's been 60 years since then. I'm glad they were able to, do that back then. We need more stuff like that now because the world is just getting out of hand, man. I mean, especially here in the West, you know what I mean? Our culture is going down in the toilet, you know what I mean? So, the way the sexuality and all of that shit is over sexualized or sexualism or however you want to call it.
I mean, my thing of it is you can do what you want to do, but the thing of it is, it's like, they got to just, not to cut you off, but they just make it over everything.
Right.
It's like, yeah, you know what? Like, I could come out here and I'm gay. I'm
right.
Penis. I'm like, yo, my man.
Right. Slow down.
Yo. Like,
slow down.
We don't really have to know all that. Just do your job.
Just do your job. Cool. Yeah.
Oh, man, I got to let them know, man. I'm like, nah, man, we ain't got to do that.
Yeah, man. I don't even think that should be a factor. It's your business. Do what you want. It's your business. But yeah, but I just feel like, the culture is just going down the toilet, man. I mean, what's the young rapper, the chick? It's either Glorilla or Sexy Red. One of those two.
My butthole brown.
Pink, one of them. I think it's Glorilla, but she said she didn't know that foxes were real animals. Let that soak in a minute. Yeah. Let that soak in a minute. She didn't know that foxes were real animals.
Wait a minute, where's she from, though?
I have no idea.
Well, she might not be.
Somewhere.
I mean, damn, you played Sonic the Hedgehog. Have you ever been, I don't know, motherfucking named Tails? Motherfucking Tails Mile Power? Which is the stupidest name that Sega's ever made. You ever seen it? I don't know. I mean, he got two. He's clearly not a hedgehog. I don't know what this nigga fly behind this nigga.
But see,
trying to pick this nigga up.
That's the thing. She knows about shit like that. She just thinks that that's just cartoon shit. Somebody just made up an animal. She didn't know them shits was real. She just thought somebody just made up like a fire-breathing dragon. Like somebody just made that shit up, and it's not a real animal. So that's what she thought. So yeah, I don't know what school she dropped out of, but she definitely dropped out somewhere.
Damn.
Because there's no way you finished school.
Now, I was about to say, man, the high school I went to, I can't say shit because our mouth skills fucked up, but we know I am.
Right. I mean, you know all the basic shit. 1, 2, 5, 7, 9.
That's what I'm saying, man. 1, 2, 4, 5, 10. You know what I'm saying? Got to take the shoes off the counter. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, we got 5 here. Right. Let me take off the left shoe.
Right. Well, yeah, man. Yeah. So we joking, of course, but it's really not a good look for the U.S., man, and over here in the Western culture that we got people like that making millions of dollars, and did not even know that foxes were real. And I think there's another video where she's encouraging young girls in their 20s to be toxic. She said, be toxic in your 20s because once you turn 30, you should be grown then. You should act like a grown up then.
I just don't agree with that.
Yeah.
We had, I go back and listen. I think there was something with Nas. And I mean, he really was in a plight, man. Like, he was like, look, man, I need to go back to school, get an education so I can provide for my family. Like, he was thinking, and he was like young thinking about this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of these people were young, like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He was only 39, folks. He was young when he died.
Yeah.
That man was young. And look what he did.
Yeah, in such a short time.
In a short time. You know what I'm saying? Love him or hate Tupac. Young. A lot of these people were young and had a mindset, whether you agree with them or not, you know what I'm saying? But they had a mindset of like maturity. Another thing, that was like, I don't know if I shared that with you, with LL Cool J, which we're going to talk about him. LL Cool J was like, yeah, man, he was saying, yeah, I pinned that for MC Light, the self-destruction thing. And I said, yeah, I wanted to, they told me to get on the track, but I didn't feel right about that because I hadn't made any music in a little bit, so I'd rather me write it.
Yeah.
And let someone else do it. So
yeah, I remember hearing about that.
But the maturity of that, whether you agree with it or not, and whether you say, man, well, that's bullshit, but the fact that he had the maturity to say that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just,
man. Listen.
Crazy.
Let me say this, man. A lot of these young street rappers now don't have a lot of education. But some of your favorite artists from back in the day who were considered like street thugs and shit like that, not only finished high school, but had college education.
College degrees, yeah.
You know what I mean? Lil Wayne has a college education. Ice Cube, Keith Murray. You know what I mean?
D.
And Keith Murray will set it on you quick, you know what I mean? But that dude has a college education. Chuck D, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's the thing that people don't appreciate, man. A good education. I'll give you this. The education system, it's not the greatest. You know what I mean? Our shit is a lot of indoctrination, but they do give you a lot of the basic skills that you need to survive in the world. So for that reason, I don't condone anybody dropping out. I don't give a fuck how much you hate school, but that's the thing. Nowadays, soon as somebody feels a little bit of pressure, their first instinct is run away, go the opposite direction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't understand what's going on in school, so I'm just gonna stop going. Or some of them try to homeschool, which that's all right, but that's still I don't think you get as much out of that. I think you're better off doing regular school because you have to learn how to interact with people, no matter how hard that shit is. Homeschool is cool, but I think you should still try to at least interact with people. That's just my thoughts.
Yeah, the homeschooling stuff, especially like the other, which I'll say the other, the majority class, the ruling class.
Yeah.
They send their children to separate from people like us.
Yeah.
And then it'd be like, well, you'll be all right. And as soon as they go to college, they go buck wild because it's like you shielded them from everything. Yeah. And it's like you gotta give, like you said, you gotta give some type of balance so they can, know how to navigate life. And I can only imagine. I'm not a parent, so I can only, I can only, especially these days with everything going on. Man, I'm gonna have to pray about my kids when they go.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
I'm telling you, boy.
It's crazy out here.
But they gonna have to learn how to navigate it. And I think, So, yeah.
But yeah, man, it is what it is, man. But yeah, and then one more thing about the same chick. I believe it was Glorilla. I'm not sure, but I think it was her. But she's a lot of people been joking about it because she said when she came up in school that her class only had 5 people in it.
Hold on. Oh, damn.
Oh, shit.
Oh, damn.
She thought, she just thought that was just the norm and shit. And everybody looking at her like, you only have 5 people in your
only
class?
5. Damn, and they were probably back in a little special trailer in the back.
Was y'all in the trailer in the back of the school?
I was in the trailer in the back of the school.
You know what I mean? Did y'all ride a different bus from everybody else?
That bus was short. Kids be like, yeah, man, let's go. No, don't fuck with them.
Right.
Stay over there.
But this is the people who are making millions of dollars.
My classmate had a helmet on.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Drooling all the time and shit.
One motherfucker kept eating, talk about some paint and chips.
Licking his desk.
Oh,
But yeah, man, when she said that, I was like, yo. And this is who is in charge, who is running the state of hip hop right now, who all these young girls idolize. But that's what it is. Young girls see that and they like, oh, well, if her dumb ass can make it, I know I can make it. You know what I mean? She's not even that smart and she's making millions.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Because they'll find a way to hustle that back out of her.
Yeah.
You don't. I mean, that's the thing you got to think too. You don't think that they, okay, well, she dumb.
Yeah.
They may pay her to dumb people down, but at the end of the day, they're gonna get her shit too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about. I mean, especially with Steve Harvey's joint.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
But him owing money.
Yep, definitely. So I guess we can go ahead and jump into that, man. We can go ahead and jump into the Steve Harvey situation. There's allegations and accusations that his wife, Marjorie, has cheated on him. Not just cheated on him, but supposedly cheated with the same guy who introduced them back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The same guy who not only introduced them, but he cooked for them. He's their support system right now. He does all the cooking. So, when Steve ain't there, what's going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah, my man's up there cooking meals.
You want some sausage, girl?
Yeah, they're getting fed. Yeah, he's up there. Yeah.
Big Daddy gonna take care of you.
Yeah,
while Steve going.
Yeah, she was getting fed.
His name
man
was Big
feet.
something.
Big Boom.
Big Boom. Yeah. Oh, and
why they call that man that? Yeah, I'm gonna show you, man.
Right. He just dropped the shit on the table.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's why they call it.
Yeah, man. So, Now, Steve has, kind of shut it down a little bit. He responded by saying, trust me, Marjorie's all right. Me and Marjorie's good. We all right. Nothing's wrong. And that's it. He didn't say she didn't do it. He didn't say it wasn't true. He just said, trust me, everything is fine. We good. That's kind of all he said. So it could be his way of just not trying to put it out in the media. But, hopefully his own shit ain't coming back to bite him in the ass. Because, everybody felt like, he cheated his way into this relationship anyway. So I don't know. I don't know all of that. I'm not stating anything as facts. It's all allegations, all allegedly. So we will leave it at that. But, if it is true, it would be kind of karmatic, I will say, for it to come back on him like that, And then, one of her exes, her ex-husband that went to prison, supposedly for being in the drug game, he about to write a tell-all book, and put her out there on Front Street, according to him. Mm-hmm. We might be about to find out some dirt on her. So some real dirt, from straight from the horse's mouth, you know what I mean? So what do you think about the whole situation?
Well, like I said, man, like I was telling you over the phone, even though he got Steve Harvey, but Steve Harvey, a lot of people do respect him. And me personally, I do enjoy him as a host on, Family Feud and all that stuff. I mean, but, the man do be working and everything. But there's a lot of people that do not like him as well.
Yeah.
Mainly your rappers. Not all rappers, obviously, but mainly the rap. He made a comment, years ago about, rappers,
during the Kings of Comedy.
Yeah, I mean, it's jokes. To me, it's just jokes. You know what I'm saying?
But there's a lot of truth in jest.
So
I think a lot of what he said was him really feeling that way, but I think he just kind of made it into a joke. But I think in the beginning, he probably didn't care for rap. You know what I mean? Because, you could tell there was definitely some truth in his voice when he said that. I think over the years, he's come to appreciate it more. But I think to a certain degree, he still ain't a big hip hop fan.
Well, no, I mean, and, that's, to me, I think it's fine. I mean, because that wasn't the music of his era. You know what I'm saying? He was going to high school before shit. We were, like, you were born when he was in high school. So, you know what I'm saying? So,
he was in there before I was born. He had already been married. His first marriage was in the 70s. I think 70s, like 79 or some shit like that. And that one, I think, lasted until 94.
Mm-hmm.
So if he was already married by the 70s, he was already a full-fledged adult by the time I was born.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Definitely.
So that's what I'm saying. So, like, with that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can understand, his music, what was like the Earth, Wind and Fire, the Ron
Isley
Brothers, that type of stuff. So so when this comes along, this just sounds like noise to him, and I can understand it. So
I guess for me, man, I've always been the type of person that I've been open enough that I can appreciate the music that came before me, during me, and after me. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't think you should be closed-minded and say you just hate, music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially
because that's not what you're used to.
Even like with the new people, with old, Booty Hole Brown and all that stuff. I mean, there's other stuff, there's other people around in that genre that, okay, I like it. This, it ain't, I know this ain't serious, but it's a catchy song, just that and the third, but yeah, now it's just, what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, okay, when I grew up, I remember rap sounding like this made sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I get it. But going back to Steve, I didn't mean to go that long.
Nah, you good.
But yeah, man, I think a lot of it is just karma. The fact that, like you said, cheated away, and then the fact that he had to give it advice. And and I want to shout out what's my man Chris Rock brother Tony Rock. Tony Rock said it long time. It's like, look, man, so let's keep it all the way funky. Said, how you gonna come up here, have all these relationship advice joints, but you on your third marriage?
Yeah.
Like, who made him the guru on marriages and advice, and what I'm saying, marriages and relationships and stuff? Who made him that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I respect that though. I mean, you know what I'm saying, but going back to this, I mean, she's actually suing. Not suing. She's divorcing him.
Yeah, supposedly she's divorcing him and asking for the money or something. Yeah, like half of his money, because I don't know, but from what I understand, they did not do a prenup. So, if that's true, if she's really trying to get that money up out of him, then yeah, she wasn't no good to begin with. This might have been her plan the whole time. Because, a lot of people are speculating that it might have been her and that Big Boom guy's plan. You marry him, I'll, get close enough. I'll stay close enough to him that, he'll always keep me by his side. I'll be your cook. And because he's their private cook, and he does other shit for them too. Probably, I don't know, like bodyguard or chauffeur type shit.
Yeah, I got
but he's
sure
like,
I protect
right.
all the family.
Exactly.
Especially on Marjorie, because Marjorie, a little special.
Right.
I don't know what the nigga sound like.
Right. He looks like that type of guy too. If you look at him, he kind of swole. He wear cowboy hats, one of them big country dudes.
Yeah, I make sure the Marjorie protected at all times.
Yes, sir.
I make that extra special. Why the hell you ain't make my shit special? I'm working in this motherfucker. I like the heat.
When Godfrey be doing,
Godfrey's killing me.
He be looking like him too. It's like, I don't know how he make his face look like him too. But he be looking like him and sound like him. I'm like, Godfrey be like, yeah, man. Yeah, this is Steve Harvey, man. Yeah. I'm like, yo, dude, I don't know how you do it.
What your ass say?
But yo, that would be like a real slap in the face though, if somebody who you let be your private cook, up there, when you ain't around, he probably cooking with no shirt on and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Marjorie,
I know how you like it, Marjorie.
Yeah, Marjorie, pass me that butter.
Right. He doing little titty movements and shit.
Is that for the bread?
He doing little chest peck moves.
Yeah, putting the butter on me, girl.
Right.
So when you put your finger when you put your fingers up here, they slide. So they should slide
right down to the right place. Yeah. You feel that, girl, that's all for you.
I can't believe it's not. Nah, bitch, it's parquet, bitch. Parquet.
That's big boom right
Big
there.
boom.
Yo, that shit is funny as shit, man. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna wish that on nobody.
Yo.
I mean, but if it turned out to be true, I'm gonna laugh my way to the bank.
Man,
I'm telling you, but I'm hoping it ain't true, man. Because I don't wish cheating and shit on nobody.
Oh, nah. I mean, look, we just having fun. I don't, I don't wish nothing. Yeah, definitely. I don't wish no demise or anything. Because I mean, I don't know. I mean, people. Also, another thing too. Other people say that they have personal that is against Steve, and then Steve isn't at all like a good person to be around with, and he's hard to work for.
And then have you heard about this whole thing with the Twitter thing, his Twitter account? Did you hear about that?
No.
So I don't know. For some reason, for me, it feels like he's trying to use this as a way to deflect on the Marjorie situation. But as soon as the rumors broke out about her cheating on him, one of the people that handles his Twitter account put out a tweet. So most people just assume it's him. But the tweet said, name a comedian who you feel is not funny at all. And so he got mad and fired the dude. And he was like, yo, I don't say shit like that. I would never,
Yeah.
But my thing is, even if the dude did it, it was, just a light social media joke type of thing.
Yeah, and the thing of it is, he didn't say you.
Right, he didn't say you. So that's what I'm getting. That's what I don't get. Why he fired the guy. And he been making a big sting about it. I would never. Y'all should know I fired this guy because he embarrassed me and put that out. I would never do. It's like he trying to deflect from the Marjorie situation with that to me, because there's no way I would have fired somebody for that. I would have told him, look, that's not me, so don't put shit like that up there no more. I would have left it like that. Just don't let it happen again. Because I mean, he didn't say nothing specific about Steve. He didn't say nothing specific about no other comedian. Yeah, it may not be Steve's style to say something like that, but still, it's not enough to fire somebody.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, he probably did that to you know what I'm saying? Because if he didn't, then the comedians like, well, who the fuck you talking about?
Right.
Especially like the Kevin Harts. Yeah. Because some people say like, oh, Kevin ain't funny anymore. Shout out to Kev though. I hope you do get better with the that wheelchair accident.
Yeah, definitely. Good wishes go out to Kev. Kevin Hart.
But in impliance, and then now you are probably the OG, the big homie. So I mean that's gonna look bad. You know what I'm saying? And Kev got the juice right now a little bit. So
I guess for me, I would have probably just went on a live video and put out a statement like, hey, I know y'all saw this tweet. It wasn't something that I said personally. It was somebody who handles my account, and they felt like it was a good idea. I've talked to them. It won't happen again. End of story. To me, you could have just settled it like that. You hearing it directly from me. It wasn't me who put it out. It wasn't directed at anybody. It was more so just to get social media engagement, because that's what the person said. I was just trying to get some engagement, get people commenting and all that.
Yeah.
So to me, I just don't think it was a fireable offense, man. I don't know, man. I just feel like that's why I feel like he's using it to deflect on the Marjorie situation.
Like I said, he gotta look like he the big dog,
right?
Like he barking, like
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's all that is.
Yeah, it is what it is, man.
Dude, and shout out to dude. I hope you be all right. I hope you find other. Like other work, which I feel that you will. You be all right. Matter of fact, I think he'll probably let you back in. He just, what I'm saying? He just had to do what he had to do.
He'll probably let him back in at some point if he's smart.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is, man. So we can go ahead and move on. I don't want to talk about that too much since it's all alleged.
Yeah.